Are you ready to ride Timon's ass?
I didn't know you were interested in that
I
sort of thing.
don't know. That's what it looks like. I'm looking at the carousel picture. You can and his like rearranged. You saw the picture, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a choice.
Yeah. Let's face it. Everybody's gonna go for Timon. So apologize if I'm a little drowsy here. It's been a long week. I've been getting up at 2 a.m. for the last 5 days, and I got 6 days of work ahead of me. Being said, welcome to D23 2026. We are excited. Disney made a lot of announcements this year. I'm looking forward to it, and we got a lot to share, don't we, Jablonski?
We do.
Everything from the carousel progress to movies coming out to fucking Jamie Lee Curtis to Glenn Close to a lot of Neil Patrick Harris.
When we say a lot of Neil Patrick Harris, we mean a lot
Oh
of Neil
yeah,
Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick hair ass. Neil Patrick Harris apparently has a perfect ass, according to my fiance.
Yeah,
So we got a lot to cover, don't we?
that we do. That we do.
All right, so we got a lot to go through. I'm gonna get my chat open just to make sure everybody's talking. Guess not, but who cares? We are going to talk about G23. It's Disney's convention. I got the update live thingy up here. So let's talk about the first thing that's been going on here. It was day one. First of all, a couple of trailers did leak. The Beyond the Spider-Verse trailer. And
I cannot wait.
yeah, the Beyond the Spider-Verse trailer. I have to still see Across the Spider-Verse. I've seen Into, but I haven't seen Across.
It's good.
Oh yeah, I heard it's okay. Like nothing too crazy. Apparently I missed a lot because I was showing it to my friend. He's like, "Oh yeah, that happened and that happened." I'm like, "Okay, I guess I kind of missed some shit."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's looking pretty good. So like, this is the first D23 that has taken place since Josh D'Amaro was took over the role of Disney CEO. And so this was going to be his splash, his ultimate splash. I'm gonna say, my name is Josh D'Amaro. I'm the guy in charge. This is what we're doing. We had a lot of cool stuff from the floors there, where we got Horizons out there. They're reimagining a really cool picture of a bunch of guys dressed as Spider-Man pointing at each other in the front of the Hilton.
Yeah.
That's just great. I love it. The Imagineering Horizons showed a lot of cool stuff out there, including the interactive characters with Galaxy's Edge, such as what is it? It's a we got a Ewok, a Hutling, and Grogu. Grogu's eyes look creepy. But who cares? My fiance is gonna want every single one of them, so I can't really complain about it. No one can hear you. So one thing that was really cool was something that a lot of people were not expecting, and that was Treehouse of Horror.
Yep.
So
So
I gotta tell you a little secret here. I think I mentioned this before at on a stream when I went to MegaCon. The David Silverman story.
yeah.
So if you don't know, I met David Silverman, who was one of the head animators of The Simpsons, at MegaCon. And when I did, we essentially he was on the phone, right? And he was telling me he hung up. He's like, "Sorry, I'm was calling my boss here. I'm gonna be directing the next Treehouse of Horror." And I'm like, "Seriously, you guys can you give me a hint of what you're gonna be covering?" So he says, "Here, let me show you something." He pulls out his phone and shows me a clip, like an animatic from Treehouse of Horror. It was like a 30-second clip. I guess he was showing it to everybody, but I felt like I was getting a private screen there. What we see is Bart Simpson and Lisa Simpson walking into the kitchen. Marge Simpson's face is face down in a bowl of cereal, and Homer says, "Mom's been like this since Dad disappeared 6 months ago, or something." So you're gonna probably see that in Treehouse of Horror. But aside from that, we got a preview of Treehouse of Horror in an episode called Yellow Mirror, which was a full episode screening. It's going to feature body swapping. The panelists promise the show will continue to get weirder and weirder. And apparently, Emma Thompson's going to be in it. But
and speaking of Treehouse of Horror,
oh yeah, you want to say it?
Yeah. So, according to one of the people that work on Simpsons, for this year at least, food is going to be Treehouse of Horror themed food is going to be coming over to Halloween Horror Nights, and then probably next year is when we're gonna get a scare zone based on the Treehouse of Horror.
I want to be jump scared by a fat guy in the monster
Lucy
suit.
loves to get away.
Just comes
But
over and falls
sometimes she
over.
needs extra cash to make it happen.
And we have one.
Worst scare
That's why
zone
she
ever.
uses Vinted to sell
We've
clothes,
been wanting a
shoes,
Treehouse
and
of Horror
accessories she
scare
doesn't
zone for a
wear.
while, even all the way back at Ants.
And with no selling or shipping
we need a
fees,
Treehouse of Horror
she
show.
earns more.
Just go haunted, but go funny.
Vinted's
funny.
magical that way.
No, for the kids.
Hey, Lucy! Ready to catch
Food.
a
I can't
wave?
wait to try Nelson Muntz.
Find extra money in your closet. Download
Jimbo
Vinted.
that was eaten.
Yeah.
A major
I think-
change is coming to a fan-favorite
Really? I
part
wanna
of
know-
Disneyland. It was just one of the big announcements made last night at D23.
The big fan event wraps up
But
today.
yeah,
Eyewitness News reporter Monica de Anda is
And
live at the
though
Anaheim
not
Convention Center with
Simpsons
the biggest
related,
reveals.
I'm still holding.
Monica,
I'm
how's
still
it going
holding
down
out.
there?
There's like a bat themed
Josh, I mean, there are
food
thousands
item
of Disney
for
mega
horror
fans.
nights.
I gotta show you one section where
Just
we're
for
at.
Ozzy.
Cruella,
Oh, yeah.
and you can see her.
I still
big
gotta try that. I'm going on the
skull,
5th.
Some of the renderings,
But
of course,
yeah.
the famous pens,
I'm expecting like
feathers,
something
some
out of like
outfits that were worn.
So
this is just awesome, and people
that's
that
coming
are
there. We got a
stopping by,
mock-up
they're
of
so excited.
Avatar Land.
If you
That's
didn't
gonna
get a
be
chance to
after
make it out, let me tell you,
I
we
forgot
have a
what
lot
it
to
was.
look
It's gonna be in
forward to
California
because it was announced
for Way of
that
Water.
Tomorrowland
The
is
land
getting
looks beautiful.
reimagined, and it will honor the original land, but
They
what's
experienced a
new
4D
is some
moment when they explored
new
the gallery in the film's
attractions
artistry. It looks
and
really
this.
good.
Listen.
I think it's time to
We
renew
got to see the
that
costume
promise
from Vision
once
Quest,
again,
which
in
we also
way
got a
that
trailer for.
deeply honors the
So long, many
original
years after WandaVision,
and
we got a trailer
imagines
for
the
Vision
future
Quest.
with optimism. And that
And
starts
Jablonski, can you tell me
was
what
bound to
the,
happen.
with
can you tell me
Tomorrowland.
what the fuck is happening?
Burning to a vista into a world of wondrous ideas. Just
So
as
it's
Walt
it's mostly
described
taking
it.
place
New
inside
attractions, more
White
open
Vision's
spaces,
mind.
New places for you to dream about the
Vision
future.
White?
You all know
Yeah,
Walt said
White Vision.
Disneyland would never be completed, and those words
Yeah.
continue to echo down through
And
time.
Yeah.
I think it's
Also
just him
new
going
and
through the
coming to
process of
Disneyland
everything.
next February, a revamped
come to
version
terms
of
that
the Remember
Ultron
Dreams
was his
Come
son who
True
returns.
Nighttime Spectacular. And next summer, the
Well,
Magic
father,
Happens
but-
Parade is making a big return to Disneyland.
Yeah, he
At
we
Disney
do get
California Adventure,
Ultron,
expect an updated
and
take on
it
the
looks
original
like
World
fun.
of Color.
Oh yeah, it looks like
And
it's
if
gonna
you've
be
been
okay.
waiting
Was
for
Ultron
news on the
ever
Avengers campus
Ultron was
expansion,
always a villain,
we
wasn't he?
learned new details about the
Yes.
two
He's
new
never
attractions that
switched
will
sides.
double
Like,
the
became an
size
anti-hero like
of the
Loki or
Avengers
something like
campus.
that. Or like what?
It was just announced
No,
last night.
as
that
far
will
as I
open in
know, no, he
2028.
has not.
With
That's
the
good.
Avengers
That's good, 'cause
Infinity
Ultron's one of
Defense
my
I think the
attraction,
only
we
time
learned
the only
on-screen
time he
heroes are
ever
reprising their roles, such as
he
Jeremy
ever
Renner as
did
Hawkeye,
was
Chris Hemsworth
anything
as
that's
Thor,
far
and
bigger than
more.
him.
And for Stark Flight
But
Lab,
But even
was
then, it
announced
was mostly
Robert
just for
Downey
his own
Jr. will
reasons.
return
Well, I don't know.
as
Him
Iron
trying to
Man.
destroy the Earth
You'll
seems like a
also
good
see
something
Anthony
a good
Mackie
guy
as
should
Captain
do.
America and Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. And for the
Giant
first ever
meteor, thank
Coco
God.
ride, we
Let's be
just
fair
learned
here.
the
So,
storyline for
yeah.
the new attraction will
We got a
pick
lot of
up
cool stuff
a
here.
Trust me,
year
when you get
after
to
the
the
events
Infinity
of the
Stones, that
original
ain't
film.
fun.
New renderings
yeah,
were just
definitely. That was a
released,
great
giving us a
time.
glimpse of what's
Him
to come.
slicing
So much
Thanos
to
in, like,
look forward
two.
to if you're a Disney fan. I mean, who isn't,
So,
right? As we come
what
back
else we
out
got
here
going on
live,
here? Vision
this
Quest
is one
looks
of the
good.
areas that's
Avengers
getting a lot of
Doomsday.
attraction.
Holy
Right now we're
shit.
kind of lucky because there's no line. but
We
it
got
might
to
be
look
because
Yep.
it scares
seeing
people
Professor
away.
X and
But this
McKell
is the Hannah
with
Montana
Stuart
area.
McKellen
Some of
as
her
Magneto again is
outfits
going to be
here,
really
so many
good.
iconic ones.
I'm
of course,
glad
that
they're
you
back
remember
together.
if you watch the show. So
The
just
best
so much
two
excitement
lovers.
here at the Walt Disney
Fun
Archive.
fact, me and Annette made a mock wedding
section,
website for
and so many
our
fans.
upcoming
You can
business,
see their
put a ring
cool
on them.
costumes. This is the High School
But
Musical
and
area.
we used
There's a little
pictures
bit of a
of
line
Ian
here, so you know
McKellen
how much
and
people love
Patrick
that.
Stewart kissing.
So just super awesome to see everybody come on out and take in everything
like,
Disney,
example
all
photos.
things Disney. Of course, we're excited to be here. We'll be bringing
We
you
also
more
got
as the
some
day goes
news
on. For now,
regarding
reporting live in
X-Men.
Anaheim,
Oh
Monica
God,
Vianda,
tell them
ABC
who's
7,
going to be
Eyewitness News.
playing.
We got our future X-Men. We got our MCU X-Men finally, for the most part. They still haven't shown off some other
On your
ones.
side gives you the grocery guru's guide to saving cold hard cash and making ends meet. Monday morning at 6.
Let me find it first.
Welcome back. Stunning new
first.
images of a military pilot walking away from a horrific crash in Washington State.
Found it.
The fighter jet slammed
explain the
into
star
a
list.
mountainside in June.
I gotta get some time.
You can see plumes of black
Okay,
smoke
so
from
in the
wildfire was
MCU for
ignited
MCU
after the
X-Men
crash.
so far,
The pilot ejected from the plane and
Christopher
found
Abbott
himself
is going to
walking
be
away.
Professor
The
X.
pilot's face bloodied, but otherwise he is okay.
Kit Connor
An
is going to
aircraft
play
man said he was
Cyclops.
conducting routine training when the aircraft experienced
We already-
a non-fatal aviation mishap.
Have you had? Okay, I'm going to ask this. Well, no, actually, you know what?
Megan
It's already
loves to
out,
treat
out in the
herself,
wind. Been
but
out there for a
sometimes
while.
she needs extra cash to make it happen.
Sadie Sink is Jean Grey.
That's why she uses Vinted to sell clothes, shoes, and accessories she doesn't wear. And with no selling or shipping fees,
Maya
she earns
Boyd
more.
as Storm.
Vinted's magical that way.
Indy Navarrete as Rogue. Essentially the girl from Obsession.
Your table awaits.
Adam Driver is Mr.
Find extra
Sinister.
money in your closet.
And
Download
Samara
Vinted.
Weaving is Emma Frost.
Thunderstorms across our region. Now let's take a look here over downtown LA. You're seeing a bit of cloud
Now,
coverage, mostly
from
cloudy to
we've
partly
gotten
cloudy
more
skies this
information
morning.
on
It's
it,
really
and a
just
lot of
depending on
people
where
that
you
know
are
the
in
comics
the
are
clouds this
not
morning, you may know.
that
We're
happy.
starting off, though,
With what?
much
Sorry, I
cooler than
came in.
yesterday morning by as much as 3
Okay,
degrees.
so they're basing it off of the more recent stuff,
Yesterday morning, we were
which
around
includes the
70 degrees
Krakoa
at this time, so we're
Yeah.
definitely starting to cool down as some cool
story,
flows are coming
and
in
that's
between the cloud
not
coverage,
well
and most of the
received by
clouds are
many
starting
people.
to dissipate
Oh,
much
really?
earlier this morning. Now we are going to get
Yeah,
the coastal marine layer, and then that should start lifting
Like the
within a few
Krakoa,
hours.
I'm not
But
really
we'll
This is
see
super
last
how
sure.
it
one
Like, keep in
was
mind,
yesterday.
X-Men's kind of
It's
Mostly
a
sunny
it's
skies
a
today, and
it's
cooler
a
temperatures
island
as
for
well,
mutants.
But by next
Oh, I
week,
see.
we will be warming up, so get ready for that. As those
Oh my
warming
God.
temperatures
I
will start
have to
at
catch
least
up on
1
X-Men.
to
Like,
2
I'm
degrees
not a
each
big
day.
X-Men
And we
fan,
are
but
seeing
like I know
just
what
a
I
little
like.
bit of marine layer. You can see it from Malibu towards
X-Men
Long
92
Beach, and then
97 is
offshore as
actually
well.
pretty
Some of
damn
that
solid.
Oh yeah, I
may
need to
be
see
in
it,
areas
so I
like
heard it's
downtown
really
LA,
good.
but most spots are mostly clear for the most
I've
part. Take a
I
look
know
at
what
this.
happens
As
in
we look
season
at the bigger
2,
picture
but
here, you are seeing just
I
a
haven't
small
like
amount of marine
sat and
layer
watched
as
it.
opposed
Yeah,
to some
because
of
you're
those
too busy
higher
with Baby
altitude
Man.
clouds. Now the big clouds here coming off tropical
Yeah.
systems have been carried in by the jet stream.
Anyway,
That subtropical jet was with us all through last week.
But yeah,
But
speaking
now
of which,
that
that
has
leads into the
split,
Doomsday
and we're starting
trailer.
to see high pressure building here. That means those clouds are being pushed out
We
to
get to
sea
see
and
all the
further
X-Men coming
north.
together.
That'll give us more of that clearing throughout the week. Let's
Fighting there,
talk
we
about
finally get to see
Tropical Storm
here
Lala,
Robert Downey
because
Jr.
that is
use it in
downgraded
his
to a
Doctor Doom
tropical
voice.
storm rather than a hurricane now, and we're tracking
Yeah,
it
with
moving
the
way
accent.
west, where we may see it
good old,
re-strengthen as a
what's the
Category
name of the
1
place he's
storm
from?
system once again as we get closer to Wednesday. So
forgetting the name.
hopefully
It's
all the people on the Hawaiian
Latveria.
Islands
Yeah,
are
he
going
uses
to be doing
Latveria.
No,
better.
actually he's from, I think he's from somewhere else, but he does rule over Latveria.
He still has that Latvian
High
accent,
pressure
which
here
is
is going
like
to continue
still pretty
expanding
cool.
north, and that, of course, is going to give us more warm temperatures, clearing skies.
I mean, it was still good. It was really good.
Desert spots getting hotter again
was.
from triple digits
Oh,
to
yeah,
about
definitely.
110 degrees for us. Inland, LA and
We
Orange
got
County,
more
we're
stuff on
probably
The
just
Simpsons. We
more
got to
or
see a
less gonna get
Simpsons
about a 5-degree
movie
bump up in
animatic.
temperature. So
Did you
it'll
see
be
Yeah.
a little bit warmer
them
than
trying
what
to
we're
Yes, I
getting
did.
now,
catch
but
the
at
baseball?
least not too much to bring in.
That was a
extra
clever way to
heat
do it.
Make me
advisories,
rich.
heat
Make
warnings in
Homer
place.
rich. Make Homer
Mid-80s
rich.
today, and then we
I
get into
can't
the
wait.
upper 80s Monday, Tuesday.
That's what I like
with
about the
90s
the last
by
Simpsons
Wednesday,
movie. The trailers were
Thursday,
kind of vague. They didn't
Friday.
really tell you what the
By
plot
next
was, and I
weekend, we
wanted
could
the
be
same to be
dropping
on
just
this
about a
one.
degree or two, so hopefully
Yeah.
we'll see a little bit more of that
Instead, it was just all
temperature
them just
trend
trying
dropping. But
to
at
attack
this
the
point, we're
EPA.
starting to get in the zone where we get a little bit more stable
But like,
temperatures
I
moving
mean, I like the
towards
first
fall.
Simpsons movie. I thought
Now,
it was
the valley is
great.
the
I went to see it
mid-90s
twice.
for the next couple of days, and then we'll be pushing potentially these triple
But
digits now. Upper 90s
one thing I
and
do know is that
101 Wednesday, Thursday,
that's
Friday.
coming out
So
soon.
yeah,
It's going
we're
to be coming out
back
in
into triple-digit
2027.
temperatures. Unfortunately, we've been enjoying some mid to low 90s
we
for
got
the last few days. The beaches in the
news
mid-70s
on
to upper 70s.
one of the best
they're not
reveals
gonna
out there.
fluctuate too
Coco
much
2
more,
is
but we are
coming.
going to see the morning clouds and then that
Yep.
afternoon
You got Benjamin
sunshine.
Bratt reprising his
Now,
role
our
as the
mountains, we're looking at upper
Ernesto
70s
de
to
la
low
Cruz.
80s. Just a slight chance, maybe.
No, I haven't seen the
to see a
original Coco, but I
thunderstorm
need to
today.
because apparently it
Otherwise,
does.
we're
So
just going to get some mostly
he took
cloudy
the stage
skies,
and
turning
everybody was
mostly sunny later on. Mid-80s by the middle of the
he
work
sang
week,
some
and then you're
some
looking
music.
at maybe another chance on Friday
And
to
he
get some activity
did
out
he
there.
sing?
Mid-90s for Lancaster, Palmdale, then we're pushing triple digits.
I missed that part of
starting
the show.
on Monday. Pretty much a
Who?
whole work week is back into these
Benjamin
triple
Bratt
digits.
when he was
And
when they announced
unfortunately,
Coco
it doesn't
2.
look like it's going to cool down for next week.
No, I didn't see anything.
So later that follows a clip of Miguel talking to his friend there, and he starts singing You Drive Me Un Poco Loco.
For everyday needs,
And
my
everybody
money goes
thought
further
it was a
at
trailer
Dollar
for the
General
second movie.
With thousands of items to save
But
on
no,
every week.
it
Digital
pans
coupons,
out
instant
and
savings,
shadows
and
come
cashback.
out of the ground.
My car's working overtime. But
Immediately
my
cut to
wallet's
Sora
chill.
going
The DG
after
app is
them.
packed with up to $700
What led
in
into a
savings, like the
Coco-themed
5
world
off
in
25
Kingdom
digital
Hearts
coupon every
4.
Saturday. You know I'd never miss that. Groceries, home essentials,
And it
all
looks
the day to
amazing.
day.
Sora's
Handled
Keyblade for
for
that world.
less.
Helping your
looks
money do
fucking
more
cool.
every day. Dollar General.
As
Oh, and
students
also,
prepare to head
too,
back to school,
there's
the LA
speculation
Unified
that
School District
Zootopia
has
is going
a
to be
new
coming
leader,
to
thrust into
Kingdom
office
Hearts
when
as
the
well.
FBI raided the home and office of his predecessor.
Because there's little
inherits a
buttons,
district described as
Kingdom
on
Heart-
the rise
the
academically,
Kingdom Hearts
but facing
pins.
serious
Yeah.
challenges. A multi-billion
And one of the worlds
dollar
on
budget
there,
shortfall,
outside
employee
of Coco,
layoffs, declining enrollment, students
Zootopia.
under threat
Well, I
by
hope it
ICE.
turns into a
Can
little
this
lion.
decades-long LAUSD veteran keep the
Sort of a
district
lion.
moving
Nice little
forward?
callback.
What will the new
get to
school
also
year
play as
bring?
Mickey, Donald,
We are
and
asking
Goofy
the
in the
questions.
game.
Eyewitness Newsmakers is on
Really
the air.
cool. Apparently they're looking for Sora, and even Hades doesn't know where he is. I guess the answer to your theory, Jablonski, no, I guess he didn't
Good
die.
evening, I'm Mark Brown. LAUSD students heading back to the classroom in just over a week, and when they do, a new district leader will be
not only
in
that,
place.
we
We're
got-
about to meet him.
aside
Joining us
from
on
Kingdom
Eyewitness
Hearts 4 coming out here,
Newsmakers to discuss the year ahead
Kingdom
is new
Hearts
Superintendent
is coming
Andres
out
Chape.
here.
Mr. Superintendent,
And
thank you very much
he is going to
for
voice
being
Ernesto.
here. The
But also we're
circumstances
going to
under
get
which
a
you
new
came to this
anime
job are
Kingdom Hearts
unusual,
series.
but the job is the same, and your experience with the LAUSD is a
coming
big part of
soon.
why
We
you
don't have a
have this
date
job.
yet.
First of all,
Prepare for that to be a
congratulations
recurring theme.
on getting there.
But it's not going to follow
You
Sora,
started
it's gonna
as a
follow another
kindergarten
character.
teacher at
No
an
news on it
LAUSD
yet.
school. How
There's-
does that help
yeah,
you?
there-
do
my
what
guess
you're
is
doing
probably
now?
going to be during is him
So
either
first and
before
foremost, thank you,
or
Mark, for
during
having
the
me
Keyblade Wars.
today.
Or after.
Pleasure to be here. You know, I draw on a lot of my experiences.
Or
that I've had
after.
over
It would
my
have to be before the first
28
game,
some odd years of the district.
for sure.
And yes,
Or
I started
after.
out as a
I mean,
kindergarten
Sora and
teacher.
Kyrie can finally bang and have a son.
What you learn about, obviously,
He looks- the
beyond
character
just
looks like
what
Sora.
you would expect in terms of
A little
classroom
bit.
management and so on, is the importance of relationships, the importance of
But,
trust, the importance of coalition.
Other things that were
and I
announced,
mean that in
Incredibles 3
terms
was
of
announced,
working with
Zootopia-
parents,
Zootopia
working
3
with
was
staff,
announced.
working with
We got to see some
administrators
clips
for
from
the
Okay, so
betterment.
with-
In that case, of a classroom
with
or of a
Zootopia
school,
3.
now obviously
Yeah.
on a much larger scale with the entire district.
That was kind of a
What
thing
expectations do
already
the
because
people
half
now
that
work for
reveal
you have of you,
was the post
knowing
credits
that you
from
have
the
this
second
history with
movie.
the district? Are they expecting more of the same?
Not really.
What are
I
they?
didn't
What are
even
they
know. I haven't seen
asking
the
or
trailer, so
expecting?
it's really good.
So I think there's
It is.
We also
two or
got a
three
trailer
things,
for a new Pixar movie,
at the
Ghost
macro
Market.
level that we're looking at. One is we're coming
The very
off
first Ghost
of
movie.
3
Essentially, what it
years
is
of really
the clip showed
remarkable academic
a kid
achievement.
going into a
So
convenience store.
first
It
and
takes place in
foremost,
Japan, I
it's
think,
that not
Tokyo.
only do I help to
Yeah.
sustain that
goes in there.
achievement, but
And,
grow it further. That's number one.
all the food starts
number
rising,
two,
and
of
one's
course,
just
as
eating
I think
ramen
was
noodles, and
referenced
the
in
video is
the
him with a
opening
cell phone on
to
his
our
face, like a found
interview
footage film.
today,
He's just being
we
chased
are
by a bull and
facing
some
some
chopsticks.
pretty significant financial
Russell.
challenges, and so I think the expectation of me reasonably is
Russell
that
totally
as
is.
No,
someone who
actually, let me
knows
rephrase that.
system,
Damn it,
knows the
Gumball.
district, that I have
Oh, yeah,
the
he's voiced by
ability to
Gumball.
look at the levers that we can put in place to address some of
Fucking-
those
Like,
financial
I'm looking
concerns.
forward to them. I
And
thought
then
the whole thing was
beyond
gonna be
that,
in found
again,
footage. Imagine
it's
if Pixar
how
did
do
an
we
entire found
continue
footage,
to
like, Ghost
grow, not
movie.
just academically, but even in terms of
well,
enrollment. You know,
actually.
in
That'd be
your
a
opening,
miracle of
you
animation.
referenced declining enrollment. That
It's
is
kinda
a
like that
fact.
new Texas
There's
Chainsaw
no
Massacre
denying that.
animation that's
But
coming
there are
out.
still some opportunities there that I think we can see.
But yeah, we got some clips
Where
from
are there
Gato.
opportunities? You've got people leaving town.
Mark
You've got
Ruffalo and Lawrence
so many
Fishburne.
families that are literally afraid of
We
deportation,
don't know
so
much
they're not
about it. I
sending
couldn't
their
really
kids to
find too
school. They're
much.
finding other things
Another
to do. or
reveal
they're
was
moving, or
another
they're
sequel
leaving
coming
the
out.
country.
One
Where
that
would
made your
you find?
girlfriend
Where are
give
the
birth
opportunities
early.
to bring people
I mean, sorry, your
into
wife
the
gives
system?
birth early.
So let's look at a couple of factors that you already touched on. Declining enrollment is obviously
yeah,
not
Stitch
just an
2.
LA Unified
Stitch
phenomenon.
2 is
It's
coming out, and
California
they
and
teased
obviously
Angel.
the school districts in general,
Yep.
when you look at declining
Good
birth
old Angel
rates,
and Stitch.
our
which is weird
challenges in
because
this
it can
area
become
are
confusing because there
exacerbated
already
by
is
our
a
high
Lilo
cost
and
of living
Stitch
and so
2.
on. One of the things that
This
I
is the live action one, though.
hone in
so
on,
they're going by
is
completely,
that
and
if you look
they've
at
said it
the,
before that it's going to be
K to
completely
12
original.
age children in our
Because remember the
essentially
second one.
boundaries of our
Remember the
district,
second one was a
710 square
pilot.
miles.
It was a backdoor
1 in
pilot
5
for
K
the
to 12
series.
age students students
No, that's not
does
what it
not
was.
attend an LAUSD
Lilo and
school.
Stitch too. Stitch has a glitch.
So in other words, 20% of the
Yeah.
kids that live
That
in
wasn't-
LA
That's a
don't
lead,
go
that
to
was a
our
lead
schools.
into the.
Now
No,
that
that
may
was
be for
Stitch
any
the
number of
movie.
reasons, choices that parents make, and so on. Part of my charge,
That
part of
came-
my responsibility is to make our district
Stitch the
all
movie
the
came
more
out
appealing
first,
to
but
those
then-
families to try to bring some
Stitch
of
Has a
those
Glitch
folks either
came out
into our
afterwards.
system for the first time, or in many cases,
That was
back
Leroy
into
and
our
Stitch.
schools.
The population of the student population of LAUSD has gone from
I'd love to
something
see how they
like
can
close to
incorporate Angel into
700,000 to about 350,000.
Angel's
Lost
become a
in
popular character
I don't know,
nowadays in
about a
the
10-year
parks.
span. how is that?
He's a popular
when you
character
look at
all
that,
around. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, no.
are you operating a system that was
they're
built
not
for
really,
700,000?
so far from what it
while
seems, they're not really even basing it off of
why not shrink
anything. They're just
the
kind of
entire
going
system
solo with it
to accommodate the student population, as opposed to maybe trying to lure people
Yeah, a little
in.
picture of angels.
It's actually a little bit of both.
Little antennae with swarming
So to your point, Mark, you know, I can remember maybe in the mid-aughts.
It's cute, except I don't want to see how they
we were
made.
at
All right,
an
let's
enrollment of 700 some odd thousand students. We were
What else is going
building
on
schools
here?
left
We got
and right. We had
news
schools
that
essentially
we
went
got
year
news
round
that Princess
because
Diaries
we
3
needed
is
the
going to
space
come out.
for students. We're now at a system.
Yep.
You referenced
Queen Latifah says
350,000.
Ice Age is back.
Our metrics from last year had us at about closer to 380 something thousand students, and that's if you don't count independent charter and so on.
There's going to be a Greatest
let's
Showman
call it
musical.
400,000.
Sure.
Okay, so definitely there's been
And
a
this
significant decline.
Stage musical.
Well, we definitely want
let's
to look at
let's
those
clarify
opportunities
that.
to bring additional students in.
So
One of the other
another
things that I've
casting
already
announcement was
referenced multiple times
with
talking to the community
Catherine
at all levels
Hahn
is
being
consolidation of schools.
Picked to play Mother
It's something
Gothel
that,
in
that
Tangled,
frankly we have to
the
look
live-action
at.
movie.
Not
Now,
just for the
first of
reasons
all,
that you've
I wanna
already
point
called
something
out
out
in
here.
terms of declining enrollment,
I'm not
schools
gonna
that
see
were
this
built,
movie.
you know, to
We've
house
known this.
thousands of students and now have a couple hundred, 200.
We've known that she was going to be the
It's
villain.
also about the actual quality of the
well,
education that we
kind of. The
provide
guy
when
was-
we have these
the reason
small
why
schools.
she w-
I'll give you a couple of examples.
According to this, it was revealed.
When you have an elementary school
because,
that has
she
75
was
students,
chosen by
100
Fan
students,
Demand.
which we have. We have schools of that size.
So she was fan
What you
casted
end up
as her, which
with
is a good sign that Disney's actually listening
what I
to some
call a
fans
model
for
that's
some
almost
ideas.
akin to, you know, what we would think of almost like a Little House
Yeah,
on the
there's
Prairie
that.
schoolhouse model,
Let that be a sneak
where you have
preview.
one
We also
teacher
got a
and it's
shot
second
of,
graders, third graders.
John
all in the
Favreau's
same room.
Oswald,
Less than
him
ideal.
interacting with the real
At
world.
the high school level, you end up with
Now,
schedules
a little
where
bit of a
students
fun
have
fact here.
very few
Fun
choices,
fact here,
very
right?
few electives that they can take because
I
again,
have a friend of mine I work with. His
most
name is
of the
Winchester.
choice is built based on enrollment.
And he actually
That
was
is a
at
very,
Disneyland
very challenging
when they
thing
were
to take
filming
on.
it.
When
And
I've
he
talked to
actually
folks,
saw John Favreau.
if I engage with the community and I say, you know what, we have
Lucky
too many
son of a bitch.
schools, we have to do
I would
some
have ran out there and
consolidation.
would have shouted, "Hey,
On a
Happy!"
conceptual level, folks will say, you know, Andres, you're right. We do need to take that on.
Let's move on here.
The minute
We got
that I
another
say,
trailer for
so
Bluey.
we're going to close your school.
The movie.
The tone
of
and
them,
tenor
of
changes. And
that
I get it.
animation. What do you
I
think
get
of that
it. As
animation,
someone,
first of
you know,
all?
I live about 3 blocks from my
I don't hate
residential
it.
elementary school for my kids. You know,
It
if someone
looks
came to
good.
me and said, we're
It's a
gonna
nice
close
little
this school,
compromise
I
between
would have a strong reaction.
between the 2D
Part
and
of our
3D.
job is to engage the community in a conversation about what that looks like,
in
and
2D
actually
because, you know,
the
people
possible
complain about shit,
benefits
but,
for
like,
their
I thought it
kids
was
and for
great.
their
I thought it looked
community
cute.
in doing that.
I might not,
Okay,
however, I might
yeah.
not see
What
it. Oh, hey,
about,
Kenny
you know,
Arca
when you
Pony. Sorry
look
if
at,
I missed your
private,
things there. I
particularly
got used to it.
elementary schools.
But
One of the
no,
things
they're not
they
going to
talk
ruin
about is
Angel's
lower
Desire. It's
class
just going to
size.
be
It's one
like
of the big
just gonna be
selling
pink. That's all.
points. That's
But
why
the
a lot
Bluey
of
design for the
you know,
animation, I
upper
liked
middle class
it. I
and
like the
wealthier
looks.
families aren't going to
I like how it has
USD
like that
because they
fuzzy
think
animation.
It's one
It's
teacher
cute.
and 35
I'm probably
kids
not
where you
going to
go to
see
a
it.
private
It's a
school,
kids movie. I don't
and there
think I
might be
can.
one
If
teacher
I see it,
and
I'd have to see it with
17
friends or
kids.
something like that.
Why not implement that
But,
model?
I'll probably wait for
see
Disney
academic
Plus for it.
Yeah,
achievement,
probably. Like,
increase even
I'm
higher?
not saying it's going to be a bad
Well,
movie. It's probably
first of
gonna
all,
be
when
fine.
you look at our elementary
But
schools, our
I'm
elementary
looking forward to
classes
it.
for the
I'd like to
most
see where
part
they
are
go with the
normed
movie.
or staffed.
Something I saw
at
something
a
I saw
ratio of
while
24 students to
earlier
one
today.
teacher.
Yeah.
So we've
Was,
already done
the
some
voice of
significant
Bart
work in that
Simpson.
area. Again, when
Yeah,
I
Cart's
first
right.
came in
It's
as
true.
a kindergarten teacher in '98,
Yeah,
I had
she
probably
was
about
she was
35,
over at the
36
Bluey
kids in
booth,
my class.
and
That is
the
not
voice
case any
actor,
longer.
the voice
We
actors
pretty
for
much cap out at 24. Maybe it's not 17-1, but
for
I think
Bandit
it's certainly
and,
a heck of a lot better than we've had in the past.
Why not have that as a goal?
Chili?
17-1.
yeah, and
a lot
Chili
of it,
were there,
frankly,
and
comes
they
down to
had
funding,
her
right?
do
and again,
Bluey
that's
lines
why,
and
you know, for
Simpson
example,
voices.
this past
Oh
spring,
my
I spent a
God.
fair amount of time up in Sacramento talking to
And
legislators.
in
talking to the
turn,
governor's
they
office.
she
Because
had
to
them
me,
do
and
the
this is one of
you
those
know the
things that
Homer
maybe
bush,
has gotten a little bit
the
lost in
Homer and the
narrative over the
bush
last few
where he like
years
backs
about
away
the fiscal
slowly in the bush.
challenges we have. I don't think it's a coincidence.
She
that
had
for
them
the
do
last
that.
Few years,
The bush?
You know, we essentially have had the level
they had
of
like they had a
funding that we've
recreation.
always thought a district
Nice.
should have.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we've
they had a
had the levels of
recreation of it.
achievement.
They
that we've
actually had the
Those
bush
are
there?
not two things that just happened, you know, again, like in
Yeah, it
in
was like
science.
a
one begot the other.
it was like a little
And
setup
so I'm
to do it.
That is
absolutely
so
going
cool.
to advocate for that. But again,
other
you know,
things that were
based
shown.
on the
We got
achievement that we've had so
we got
far,
Ryan
class
Gosling to
size
show
of
off
23
the
students in a
Starfighter
room, 24 students in a room.
show, but we actually also got a note for a Star. Yeah, he was there to tribute
we
his
touched on it a second
contributions to
ago.
the Mickey Mouse
Money,
Club.
funding, district facing some real
we also
financial
got the name of
headwinds
his
right
character.
now. We're going to talk about that. We're just getting our conversation started with
I can't remember the
LAUSD Superintendent
name exactly.
Andres
It was,
Chait. Much more with him straight ahead here on Eyewitness News.
Othel, was it? Look it up. Ryan Gosling's.
Did they actually show the trailer?
I don't know if they did. If they did, it didn't really.
Welcome
hear
back to
anything
Eyewitness
about it.
Newsmakers and our conversation with the new LAUSD Superintendent, Andres Chait. The LAUSD has been warned by the County Office of Education that the district's money troubles put it in danger of insolvency. Actually, not being able to make payroll. Big money troubles here.
But not only that, we got a trailer for
by
Ahsoka.
the labor deals that the district made.
Tell me this over.
Really good.
And
what
troubles you?
Basically, the critics
full staff lights with like the middle blade.
During that process, that maybe these raises.
I'm always walking by your side.
So,
Citizens of the glorious empire, I have returned. I took an oath to protect the empire. I therefore declare war of the Rebel Alliance.
You know, the letters from came as any
Bad vision. What did you see? More. More and more danger than I thought.
Balin claimed to have knowledge of a power. One that could end wars.
A long time ago, I walked away from the Jedi.
This is your trial, Ahsoka. Maybe time to decide. Are you a Jedi?
Folks that have to come in from what we sometimes. So we're kind of trying to manage.
Waiting for a while, man. Waiting for a while.
What I look for is again. I've referenced this when I've
Fortnite is
been talking
collaborating with
earlier,
Galaxy's Edge.
Is the level of commitment and support
You can now play a new Fortnite game where you can actually connect with Adventures with Hondo to do more smuggling online. And have
one of the things that
like
again,
an island
you know,
and battle
folks kind
pirates
of
and shit.
respectfully, I think in many cases tend to kind of cherry pick their data points.
One
thing that
other
I would call
movies that were announced,
is that
we got one coming out called
almost
Clay,
$4 billion worth of
featuring
withholding
Culkin.
In Prop 98 funds, as you know,
Kyron
Mark,
Culkin.
and as I'm sure most of the viewers know.
I don't know.
Those
I
are
loved him as
dollars
Wallace
that are
in
expressly meant for schools. For reasons that I don't quite understand, despite having asked, despite having had direct conversations with many legislators,
this weird three-eyed cat thing.
Those dollars are being withheld. There is
they showed the comic relief character, the antagonist,
and the final budget that there would be
also reminding myself that
is it all of those dollars
that
or
they got rid of probably would have been a better idea.
The $3.9 billion is the withholding.
Yeah, I'm still kind of miffed over it.
So there is an allocation, of course, to schools.
But
obviously, LUSD, by the way, would not obviously get that entire.
I have a feeling the only reason that this movie is going to make it really any kind of real money,
but it would make
is for the
significant
Stitch short
to our system and to the work we do. So for us, in looking at our fiscal challenges in the last month and a half, you've probably seen we've had a lot of tough conversations at the board. Very public conversations. We've laid out a fiscal stabilization plan. We have a roadmap for how we're going to address the deficits in a way that is, frankly, humane to our workforce, although I've been very clear with folks, it will be painful. There is no magical scenario here where we get out of this without reductions in force, without layoffs. Let's call them what they are.
And real quickly, so there's a plan for at least 1,000, correct? Layoffs.
It was
one of the
bound to happen.
One concern was for the Black Student Achievement Program, which was spared this the most recent go round. Can you guarantee?
I have a feeling that it's going to be. I'm making the call. It's probably going to be the antagonist.
I mean, as part of the board action that happened in June, the Black Student Achievement Plan, basically, which we were looking at a reduction over the next 2 years, not the year that we're about to go into, 26, 27, but the following 2 years.
Amy Adams brings
the board, as part of our final discussions and approvals around the budget, did allocate essentially the same level, a stable level of funding for 26, 27, 27, 28, and 28, 29 for what we call the Black Student Achievement Plan.
Right.
there's a bunch of other stuff.
Any further
Yeah,
cuts
there's a
that
season 2
happen?
trailer for Scrubs.
Are you gonna? Can you pledge that those cuts will be away from the classroom? Are you going to trim
Iron Man's
teachers?
armor. We got all kinds of
Are
cool
you
stuff.
going
It was really cool. I'm going
are
down a
any
list of
teachers
everything.
or
Percy Jackson and the
for
Olympians season
example,
3 was
school
shown.
counselors, those kind of folks who have a direct impact,
Season 2
mostly
of Pretty
face-to-face
New
with
Spider-Man.
students? Will
Oh,
those
yeah,
people
definitely. We
be
also got
spared
another-
in favor
Did I
of
say Percy Jackson
layoffs or
already?
reductions in other areas?
So
let's look at a couple of things.
The Imagineering
The
story also got
majority of
some
school-level
shots there for some
positions
behind-the-scenes stuff.
are
And also,
allocated
we
by
got some
norm, meaning based on enrollment, and
shots
also are
of,
called out
the new Piston
contractually.
Peak.
So there are
The cars
provisions
ride
that
there,
basically very
and the
much, and
vehicles
this is
you'll
not
be
a bad
using.
thing, I'm just calling out what it is,
I don't know what I'm
limit our
expecting from this
ability
ride, honestly,
to
whether it's a
reduce
fast
those
ride, a slow
positions,
ride, a
even
ride,
if we wanted to or felt like we needed to. So
motionless ride,
when you look at
ride where you
teachers,
just sit in the car and just do
principals,
nothing.
cafeteria workers, there's a number of those positions
It's
that are
obviously gonna be on track,
almost
but I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm
automatic,
expecting, like,
for lack
maybe
of a
a
better
family
term.
ride.
Now,
Yeah.
when you
And
do
speaking of
reductions in
rides,
force and you look
let's
at
talk about
what
the
a lot of
rides
times
from
people
this
talk
from
about
last
office
night.
positions, they say, oh, you know, cut
boy,
central
there's a
office,
lot of
cut
cool
region
stuff
office.
here.
You know, they're not at schools.
Mario Splash. Here we
And
go.
that is, to be frank,
So
what we are going to do.
We got a preview for the Carousel of Progress
Those
show.
folks
Now, if you don't know, the
are
Carousel
former
of Progress
teachers,
is my favorite,
former administrators,
favorite movie.
former
What
school
do you
site
mean you all
workers.
knew it was going to happen?
So
what,
what
you were expecting
the
Olaf-
impact of
Olaf to fuck?
schools is that a lot of those folks, when their positions are cut, they have what
wanna
we
know what it's
call
like when Olaf
bump
fucks.
back effects, where they do end up ultimately
So,
back
yeah,
at a
we got
school
no-
site. So,
Carousel
for
of Progress is
example,
my favorite show.
a child
I'm
will
sorry,
most
my favorite
certainly have
attraction in the
the
parks.
teacher or a
Second to
teacher.
Tron.
It just may
First-
not be
second
the
one being
same one.
Tron.
Okay,
But,
so somebody's working in a district
the
office
new
gets
show I'm
bumped
excited
back
for, 'cause I'm
to
actually
the
feeling
school
honored to actually
site.
see a new iteration
Whoever's
of
at the
it
school
in my
site
lifetime.
might be
laid off.
okay.
We got
So, all right,
mother
but
and
then
father's
all right,
voice
we'll
actors.
get into
One
more of that.
is Bryan
In
Cranston.
addition to that, and then we want to talk
the other
about
one,
ICE
I
and
couldn't
its
believe
impact
this,
on
Jamie
enrollment
Lee
and on
Curtis
your
is
job
playing the
as
mother.
superintendent. Please stay with us. More with
And it looks
Superintendent
like there's a
Chait when we
scene that
return.
takes place during Halloween. I hope we get a Michael Myers homage.
Mother put the kids to
We are
bed.
once
It's
again
time to
joined by
cook.
new LAUSD Superintendent Andres Chait as we talk about
I'm
all
looking forward
things
to it. Are you looking forward to the
LAUSD,
Carousel
and one of
Progress
those things has to do with ICE
Oh, yeah,
and the
absolutely.
way that students have
Not
been
to say that the original wasn't charming, but I have hopes for this one that still remains, still has that charm to it.
That the
There was even
raids
announcements
and
where they showed John
ICE
Stamos
enforcement activities in
imitating
Southern
Old Uncle
California have
Orville.
stopped. They have not. What
God,
are
if
you
he's in
doing
there-
in
That'd be funny
terms
if he
of
actually-
protecting students,
if
their
he
families,
was.
teachers, everyone?
So,
Jesse is Uncle
first of all,
Orville.
even before I went
Yeah.
into the role of acting
yeah.
superintendent and now
The Magic Happens
superintendent,
Parade
in my
returns to
previous
Disneyland
post as
Resort in
chief
the
of
summer
school
of
operations,
2027.
this was something that I was in charge of, meaning our
World of
response
Color
to immigration
Nighttime
enforcement
Spectacular will
activity.
come to Disney California
So,
Adventure.
you know, really since January of 2025,
what's going
you know,
on?
we've
What
been
else is
on
here?
this. We have a number
Here,
of resources
Space
that are out there,
Mountain
and
in
none of
Tokyo
those are going to
Disney.
change. And
Space
to your
Mountain-
point, Mark,
Mountain
and this is something
Earthrise
that I've
was
been
shown
stressing
off.
to the team.
And the
I know there was a
design
narrative maybe
looks
earlier this
fucking
summer that
slick as
activity
shit.
had abated. That
Well,
has
yeah.
not been.
Let me tell you a
my
little rumor here.
understanding.
There's
I
been a
think maybe
rumor
there's some
floating
of the
around
tactics have
Magic Kingdom this
changed,
whole week that
but
they
the
were
actual
going to announce a
enforcement hasn't.
redo of Space
So
Mountain.
what do we have in place? You know, you mentioned that we've had a
In
couple of
Magic
incidents
Kingdom,
in
but
the past
we
where
didn't
folks have
hear
actually
anything
tried to
about
come
it.
onto our campus to make access or gain
But
access
lo
to
and
our
behold,
students.
Space Mountain
We have very
in
strong
Magic
protocols
Kingdom
in
Orlando
place
is
with our
not being
administrators
refurbished, but
where
Tokyo
they know
Disney's
that
is.
they are not to provide
But
access
we
to
also
those
got other news.
to those
This
agents, to those
was
individuals,
really
unless they have a
unexpected to
judicial
everybody.
warrant. And even when they have a judicial warrant, they have to
Right,
call
and
central
that's
office and get
they're
support.
bringing back Space
Beyond
Mountain
that, because we
de la
understand the
Terre
majority
de
of
la
our community knows that once
or
kids
from
are on
Earth to the
campus, they're safe.
Yep.
The parents
Now,
have told us and
if you
have
guys
told me
don't know,
directly
Space
is that
Mountain
the
from Earth
biggest
to
fear
Moon is a
is getting from
pretty
home
infamous
to
attraction.
school.
It's
Safe.
the Disney Paris Space
And
Mountain.
so some of the supports that we have in place,
And that
you know, we
debuted.
have safe passage
And it
providers.
single-handedly
we
was
have
the
safe passage
reason
programs,
that
both,
saved
in
Euro
partnership
Disney
with
from
the
closure.
city, some that we pay for ourselves. Obviously,
based
we have
on,
school police
Trip to
where we
the
have
Moon
folks
by,
essentially patrolling areas where we know
Jules
that there
Verne,
are higher
and the film
rates
by,
of immigration
George
enforcement
Méliès.
than in others. MacArthur Park,
Méliès,
Silmar,
excuse
and
me.
so
It's a
on.
good movie.
And so
Good
those
short.
folks
You know
are
the
sort
one,
of our
famous one of
initial
the,
eyes and ears around
of
what's
the
going
moon-
on.
of
And
the
so how does that
moon
work. I mean, you've got school police or other folks that are
patrolling.
You say, hey, ICE,
enter the gun club, they shoot you to the moon with like a giant bullet, and it's really amazing.
There's a couple things that kick in. One is immediate notifications to the community.
We'll later be changed to Space Mountain Second Mission, or Mission 2,
robocalls,
and then, or as I like to call it, Space Mountain 2.
So the folks know what's going on. One. Two, if it's on or near a school campus, depending on the situation, the campus may go on lockdown.
So you did that?
Where basically,
but yeah, those were the only two mountains that were being refurbished.
But no, classrooms until we feel like
there was another mountain that was announced.
And then again, we deploy additional staff,
So,
whether it's additional school police,
we got an
whether
audition
it's
for
staff
people
from
auditioning
our
to play the
operations department,
Yeti
to go out and assess the
in
situation.
Space Mountain. They got all
Safe
kinds of cool
passage,
combatants.
does
Ashley
that
Eccleston
involve actually giving
came
rides
in
to kids
shouting,
who ordinarily
"I
would walk to school?
am no
So we have a couple of
Yeti."
things. One of the things that we do
They got
have,
Bob
and we
Gurr,
actually started
who's
this
I'm really
last
glad is
year,
getting more active in the
is
convention
home
scene.
to school transportation.
They even got Mayor Buddy Dwyer, the mayor of
for families that have fears around
Orlando,
immigration enforcement,
to actually do a voice on it. And he actually does his
usually,
spiel
provide
in the
that level
Orlando
of
International
transportation
Airport.
for students with special education needs.
I think it's funny.
But because
and then the
of
guy's
what we're
like, you
dealing
know what,
with
I'm
right
retiring
now,
soon. Let's just fix
we
this
offer
fucking
to
Yeti.
families where the bus will come directly
yes,
to your door,
Disco Yeti
pick
is
up your
gone,
child, take them to school, and then of
the
course
Yeti
bring
is
them
coming,
back
is
in the
being
afternoon.
fixed.
And we've had well over 1,000
How
families in the
the
past year
fuck
that
are
have
you
taken
going
us
to
up on
do
that
this?
service.
And that'll keep people from dropping out of
From what they showed in the art, in the concept
I want
art,
to talk, we're in the midst of
they
this
moved
heat
them.
wave. School starting in the middle of August.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the way they
tough
did it,
times
it looks
from,
like it.
Yeah,
from
it was
a
either
climate
people
standpoint.
saying fix the Yeti,
How's
fix
the air
I'm like,
conditioning
you
situation?
can't.
Does
If you
every
do,
school
it
that
will
needs
kill
AC
you.
have it?
So short answer
they
is
wanna
yes.
fix the AI, they
Part
gotta
of the
take
work that
apart
we
the
do
entire
over the
attraction.
summer when the students are for the most part on vacation
But yeah, it looks like
is
he's
our
gonna be on the
maintenance
side,
and operations
maybe,
teams
like
deploy to
leaning
all of our
over.
schools, check all of our HVAC
today's
systems,
technology,
replace
I was
filters,
actually wasn't
make sure
expecting that.
everything is ready to go for August 12th.
Anyway,
that work is for the most part completed
what I can
because
see
we're
working
basically as of
personally,
today exactly 2 weeks out from the first day of school. Above and
they're
beyond
using
that, we
all
maintain
these-
about
using all this tech
3,000
that's
portable
plastic.
units on hand.
Lightweight
so
plastic
that,
at that.
inevitably in a system as big as ours, you're going to
Yeah.
have a system that breaks here,
would-
breaks there. We immediately
If anything,
deploy the
they
replacement
replace
system.
the
so
Yeti
that kids can
animatronic
have a
that's
good
already
learning
there.
environment.
And real quickly,
with
we
one
touched
that's
on it
made
at
of
the
the lighter
beginning.
material.
You have two children who attend LAUSD schools. You are a product of the
And be able to have it work from
in the
there.
system.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about your stake in the success.
We
of what
got
you're about to endeavor.
news on the upcoming Avengers attraction
What
for
I've said to
Shanghai
folks in the past
and
is that, frankly, other than my family,
Hong Kong Disneyland.
This is my life's work.
Where they're going to be opening Stark
I
Expo.
love LAUSD.
I like
I
the
love
idea of them going
opportunities
to
that we
like
provide our
them going through
students,
time to battle
the
Thanos.
times when I run into students that I
with the
had as a
original actors
teacher, and
reprising
they're
their
now,
roles.
in their 20s, and they.
I don't know if
No,
was
that one's for California Adventure.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
the
Sorry.
Opportunities that they've been able to
I don't know what this
access
is
because of their
essentially.
time
It's like
in
it looks like a
LAUSD.
drop tower. It's like
That's
the skyline
work,
of Stark
that's the joy
Expo.
that we bring into the system. And so
Yeah, it's going to be.
my primary charge,
It's basically
what
going to be
keeps
another
me
drop
going in
tower
this, is
Marvel
making sure that
attraction.
We continue
Very
to provide
amusing.
those opportunities for our students.
Nice originality there.
Thank you very much for joining us.
They also got
We're gonna
a
check
we
back
also
with
got
you
a
as
new
the school year progresses and
Spider-Man
see how
land that's
things are
going to be
If anything changes, we'll certainly
Spider-Man coaster,
pass along
Spider-Man
to our
coaster. Yes,
viewers.
yes,
Motherfucking
yes.
USD
Spider-Man
I wish I was able to
coaster,
go.
dude.
Thank you again, and
If only we
Eyewitness
can get into
Newsmakers
Shanghai
will be
easily.
right back.
But yeah, we also got shots of the seats of the Tony Stark ride with Robert Downey Jr. reprising the role.
As you prepare your
Chris
kids to head
Yeah.
back to
as well as
school,
that cool
Eyewitness
time
News
travel
has
one there. We got
everything you need to know. From
Robert
tips
Downey
to
Jr.
save
coming
money
back here,
to
Chris
weather and
Hemsworth
traffic
coming back here,
planning
Anthony
and more.
Mackie as
Full
Captain America,
back-to-school
Jeremy
coverage
Renner as
starts
Hawkeye,
tomorrow, right here
fucking
on
Paul Rudd
ABC
as
7.
Ant-Man's in there.
We thank you for
It's
joining us
gonna
this
be
evening for
fucking
Eyewitness
cool.
Newsmakers. If you
2020
have
is
comments or
gonna be
want
a
to
good year
suggest
for
a
the
topic
Avengers
for us to
campus.
tackle, we invite you to join the conversation on X and Facebook at ABC7 Mark. For all of us at Eyewitness News, I'm Mark
Animal
Brown.
Kingdom.
Thanks for watching.
Indiana Jones and the Myth of the Jade Serpent. You said you got to see the serpent.
Okay, so there's a little scale model that they had on display
Oh,
Let me
of the essentially of like the
For
of
every
the
need,
Jade
my
Serpent
money goes further at Dollar
scary
General.
looking.
compared to a human.
Thousands of items to save on every
think
week.
it's oh
Digital
my
plus
God.
instant
No.
savings and cashback. My car's working overtime, but my
You see how
wallet,
big that thing
No
is going to
fucking
be
way
animatronic?
is that the size.
$700 in savings, like the 5 off 25 digital
No
coupon at
fucking
Scythe.
way is that
You
how
know
big
I'd
it's
never
gonna
miss
be.
that. Groceries, home essentials,
That is
all the day-to-day
insane.
handled for less.
Helping your
What's
money
even better,
do more
Harrison
every
Ford
day.
is coming
Dollar
back to
General.
play Indy again in it.
Well, this year, 7 on Your Side investigates
Yeah,
has
he's
shown us
yeah
how
he,
in
that's
Southern
what they based
California,
the
sex
model
is in plain
the
sight.
animatronic off
Rampant
of.
prostitution happens on
Sweet
some
man,
LA
Han
streets
Solo
all
has
day
one
long
fucking
and all
more
night
job
long.
as Indiana
The LAPD
Jones.
says sex is also for sale behind
Good old
closed
grumpy
doors,
old Harrison
too.
Ford doing his
Inside
thing.
some spas and massage
But we also got
parlors. Here's Eyewitness News investigative reporter
some
Kevin Rosenbeck.
And there they go
news for
room
the
by room.
Encanto ride. We got a shot. We got a shot of them
spa in Torrance.
at the Fiesta de Encanto coming to Animal Kingdom. Antonio will be showing you around Ala's animal friends, and how we're all one big familia. They got some familiar faces coming back. Jeff Darrow, Diane Guerrero, and Stephanie Beatrice will be voicing their Enchanto characters again.
She agreed to sex.
Yep, the Encanto cast is coming back together for it.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Once that is,
I mean, Luisa, I've already met her. She was a nice woman, really was. I actually was watching Encanto, and the moment it ended, she came out.
The LAPD then heads to another parlor just east of Harbor City.
So we got one shot, and it's Casita leading the characters up the stairs to Antonio's room. I actually met Antonio one time. I actually didn't have enough for his autograph. He was a little rude by not paying attention to me, but like still.
Two women from
like he was nice with the other kids.
Here. We are blurring one of their
like
faces.
It was
the
cool.
LAPD detectives believe the two are
let's
not
move on here.
Oh, it's all gone now. Shit.
They both
What?
showed classic symptoms of
Poseidon's Fury. I'm seeing new images from BioReconstruct.
Really?
Victims.
These attackers
of the site.
Common to see victims
it's all
of
down.
working in spas.
How are they trapped?
We got the first Wreck-It Ralph ride coming to Tokyo Disneyland. It's going to be like a Buzz Lightyear-esque ride, if I'm not mistaken.
Opportunity in America.
Sugar Rush.
So they're forced into working,
what was it called? Sugar Rush Sweet Rescue?
To pay off the loan that they got to get into the U.S.
That's okay.
Back
we didn't
at
get
the
a lot of it,
spot,
but we know it's
the LAPD
coming.
issues one woman a citation for
that seems to be the theme for this whole
with citations that include
for this whole
having
thing.
no manager on duty.
I'm looking at the Cars model again here. I like how there's one car that's just a bear.
Police then wrap at this massage parlor a few blocks
But yeah, Lightning
over.
Racers is going to be pretty
An
good. It
undercover
looks like it's
writes
going to be okay.
after he says he's offered
Cruise
$40
stuff. We
for
don't really
one
care
type
about
of
that.
sex act,
Monstropolis
for another.
will be opening in
And even though the
2027.
officers do cite the
The door
individual
coaster
women,
will be,
they're
I think the door
also
coaster is coming a little bit late.
Our focus and our
door coaster's coming later. They're opening up the land next year.
Kevin
A lot of people are like, well, why aren't they just why aren't they just waiting until the ride is done? Blah, 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 blah.
I don't
It's
know.
like, you know nothing about how this stuff works.
Yeah, look what happened. Galaxy's Edge opened up Rise late, and that was fine.
What?
You didn't check Trivago.
I got mine for
On top of that, too, it also brings park capacity
on
back
Trivago,
up.
you can compare hotel prices.
But we got news about the squid animatronic of the sushi chef from the movie going to Harry House.
From Harryhausen's.
I want to eat there so badly.
Check Trivago to compare prices and save
some
up to
Harry
40%.
Housen,
Hotel Trivago.
We got a show coming.
Yeah, and the one that's in the Muppet Theater, literally, they barely change anything on it.
I don't care. I'm still interested in seeing it, and I want to know why the stage is wrapped up in
Center for
Cthulhu.
Chicano Art and Culture at the Riverside Art Museum. Brand
I don't know, ask
became
the Minions.
famous in the 70s as half of the
I'm not even going to
stoner
ask that,
comedy
but
duo
really, they
Cheech and
really
Chong.
got fucking
He went on
the
to a
Minions
long,
mean
successful
Cthulhu.
career as an actor and is an avid collector of Chicano art.
Next
Much of
up,
it
we
on
got
display
a
at that
announcement on
museum in
Villains Land.
Riverside. So, how did he get involved with Chicano
So,
art? And why
literally
is he
just
so
called
passionate about
Villains
it?
Land.
Passionate about sharing
Well,
it
is that
with
what it's
others?
called?
Our David Uno sat
Yes,
down
that's
with
the
Cheech and
official
Chong and
name.
asked him those
Whatever, I don't
questions
care.
and more. It's the
I mean, we
latest
need a
installment
Villains
in
Land.
David's
Villains
Faces
Land is still
series.
looking pretty good.
He was born
So
Richard
the person to help
Anthony
introduce
Medellin, but we know
this
him as Cheech,
was
a
Cruella
nickname
DeVille.
he's had since he was a newborn in South LA.
Played by the one and only
Glenn Close, man. Glenn Close returning as Cruella DeVille for that cameo.
Allows us all to learn more
I
about
don't
the
care what
proud
anyone
Chicano that
says.
he is. And we call this episode of Faces.
The best live action adaptation happened with the live action 101 Dalmatians because that was pure best fucking cast.
Oh yeah,
it's known as the
Cheech.
Her ham made the entire movie.
Oh yeah, she was definitely.
for Chicano art and culture.
Her ham definitely did make the
That's almost like a
did make the
stained glass.
the ham.
Oh yeah, it's like being in a church. It is.
Everything to her barking. Like,
as I sit down with a legend in front of this beautiful 27-foot-tall masterpiece,
but
Cheech Marin
what's
tells
she
me how
involved
his
with
journey with
2021
art
movie?
began as a 9-year-old in LA.
I can't
He was
remember.
challenged by
Let
his
me
cousin.
see here. What she is in there.
Okay. How do you do that?
She previously played the character in there, but as well as 102 Dalmatians. But she served as an executive producer at one point.
Expressionism. I don't know the difference, and we went through everything.
It's
The
only
Cruella was
fitting
fine,
the
it's
city
just
of
the ending was
Riverside
bad, that
offered
was
this
it.
former library as a home for his collection.
There's some coincidences there because here you
But
are.
no, here's what we got for the Villains Land. We got two attractions coming. One is a coaster where you speed through Maleficent's castle.
Everything that you've collected.
Just about.
But here's the thing about this coaster. We don't know what the gimmick is, because every roller coaster at Disney World has a gimmick.
And I swear to God, right here was
such as Tron with its motorcycles, Rock and Roller Coaster with its loops, Seven Row Slime Trains with the Rockin' Cart, etc., etc. Even the upcoming Monsters Inc. Door coaster, which is going to have a repeller. This one, the guess is maybe it's going to be relying on speed as you go through like the Brer bushes of Maleficent's castle.
Counterculture movement. Marijuana was illegal.
But we don't know. One ride that was going to be it's going to be a dark ride
cheats to collect what he loves
themed around the Evil Queen's magic mirror from Snow White, and will feature different villains, incling Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog, Scar, Ursula, the Evil Queen. All kinds of villains are going to be showing up there. And it looks okay. I need to see more of that one to kind of differentiate an opinion. But I would love to see Disney make a new modern dark ride.
You know, it was a Chicano. It was Chicanos who are already here and have been born here and now want exactly the same rights.
So fun little tidbit that I
enjoyed.
One scarring moment
that I may have found out.
1970. They called it
the
Chicano moratorium. This demonstration in LA erupted into violence when the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department
apparently
on the peaceful protesters. Our own cameras captured deputies brutally beating
citizens. It out, dude.
3 people.
So the rumor was, I just looked this up to confirm it. It isn't true, but it kind of makes sense. Is that Meryl Streep from The Devil Wears Prada
And by and
was
large,
got some inspiration from Glenn Close's Cruella de Vil, which isn't the case, but in reality, but you kind of see it if you ever watched it.
The gallery, Cheech gushes over the beauty.
So the story with Villain's Land is that there's a wishing well, and I think he throws the coin inside. I think it was Cruella. She throws a coin inside, and the whole land becomes a distorted, warped version of the Magic Kingdom.
And then this point, and then this point,
and that's kind of what's going on there. Everything's going to be infested with the villains, from the rides to the land to the food, everything. I'm going to get you a poison apple, Jablonski.
That's fantastic. Artist Margaret Garcia from Boyle Heights is proud
so
to show her work.
You get the sleeping death.
We are American citizens. I'm an American. We're here.
We've
been here a long time.
The Arista de Paleteros. This is funny.
So let's move on here.
And
Tomorrowland is getting updated in Disneyland, which is good because they could use a little
sent
update.
The SWAT team in.
My Tomorrowland, you could
use a people mover.
You know, the
yeah, they could. They really could.
It tells you the whole absurdity.
And I think that was everything.
That whole move, and they didn't go down there to help people. They just wanted to show force to them.
Nah, we got the winner. We got the winning one.
Some would argue little has changed.
Oh, this caught us.
Also
to be seen and heard, to connect.
The one that everyone thought was never going to happen.
It's happening.
No other place in America has.
Not just the Yeti, but something else.
$29 million into our economy.
Neil Patrick Harris walks on. They're about to close it, but then this horror music fills the air.
Time library continues
and then
to teach
fucking
all thanks to a little boy.
A cart opens and we see a cape thing of Neil Patrick Harris. I think it was.
About
it just took.
He says
one little spark.
He said you're forgetting about the return of one of my favorite animatronic characters. Behold, the cloak is torn. There, standing there, is fucking Dreamfinder.
Now here's something you didn't realize until
that was the winner of D23. The return of Dreamfinder is coming back to the Imagination Pavilion.
Really, it's just the same hotel.
All I can say, it's about fucking time, because that attraction needs to update.
Yeah, I know.
You can compare prices from multiple sites in one place.
It's really interesting because we also got a Figment movie coming soon. And I'm hoping Neil Patrick Harris plays
die overpaying.
You had Neil Patrick Harris there the entire show. You have to use him for something.
You know it. Hotel Trivago.
Yeah.
As summer temperatures heat up and fire season intensifies, we're looking at the science that goes into fighting a wildfire to save homes and lives.
Was it
water drops and fire lines are part of a constant and precise coordination between firefighters and the National Weather Service to try and steer fast-spreading flames. Philip Palmer explains.
It wasn't Joe Rohde. It was
the Sandy
someone else.
Ron Schneider.
And burned over 2,100 acres in Ventura County. 2 structures were
damaged.
damaged.
Yes, that is his actual name, Ron Schneider.
But having that kind of limited damage,
Ron Schneider.
Yes, I know. That's Rob Schneider.
Path of the fire was a remarkable
Ron Schneider was one of the most
during
definitive dream finders.
That is science. The way they were
Finders,
able to manipulate that fire.
He was one of the more known there. He actually has attended numerous D23 expos. And also did a character in a fan film where he played Walt Disney's Frozen Head.
Even after it started coming up the hill here.
But
it was such a relief. And I've talked to
the thing that was kind of interesting was that he didn't, the voice that he used for him
basic stuff.
wasn't really that good.
Back at the wind and you look where the fire's going. You go,
I'm expecting something a little bit more whimsy.
Ready to start sending resources.
But yeah, so I'm glad
Ron Schneider comes back as the dream finder.
California is ongoing every day, and it starts with the weather.
Oh my God! But no, we got to get rid of there. Whatever gets rid of that creepy Eric Idle Moon, the better.
Weather Service in Oxnard.
Oh my God! Yes.
Like Eric, I
love all that is holy.
Eric, I love you, but like, come on, dude, I can't watch that moon again without having nightmares.
I think I went on that ride when I was younger.
Yeah.
For the GPS
I think my dad took me on the original when I was younger, but I can't remember much of it. But yeah, I remember seeing that moon, just you walking at me and going, imagination.
They're going to have time to grab it. You can see this is a whole ridge line right here.
But no, he's coming back.
Mom, I'm scared.
Exactly. Mom, I can't sleep tonight. I'm afraid Eric Idle's going to kill me.
Compared to fuel and topography driven.
But yeah,
therapist. Eric Idle as the moon does not exist. Eric Idle as the moon
cannot hurt you.
Who fought that fire from above with skills learned through year-round training.
I think there's I want to change your avatar to the moon.
Those guys are going out and doing helispot drills, and they're talking about
someone. Yes, I'll send you that picture immediately.
We don't have air attack. How are we going to make sure we don't run into each other?
No, I like this picture.
Too bad. What do you guys do for hoisting? Do you guys fly an MVG? Where's the best dip spots?
I'll give you a T-shirt.
Are happening preseason and during the season to make sure that we're
one, getting ahead of
stuff if we're going to have any issues, and then two, if we're learning lessons from any incidents that we have to get better.
Preparation helps.
Yeah, I didn't even get that scene. Like, did he die? Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, so
for 9 days,
yeah, he's coming back. D23 had a lot of
the shiny penny is
really was a splash for the new upcoming change to Disney. One of the reasons I like that Josh D'Amaro was chosen for the CEO is because he's really in touch with the community.
Out of Ventura County, they can scan a QR code and have
and this proved it.
He was essentially a love letter for the community.
Yeah, he knows what the Disney fans want, and he gave it to them. He's enjoying. He's shown so far shown some good promise. I'm enjoying it while it lasts. We'll see what happens. He still has one big challenge ahead of him. He has to do this thing that other Disney, CEOs have done since they took power. They need to open a gate. Obviously, he's probably heading the one in Abu Dhabi. But there's also one other thing that wasn't teased that a lot of people were curious about. But yeah, you liked it, didn't you?
Oh, I liked it. Though there are some things I hope later on down the road that he does do.
Yeah.
I want him to bring back the transportation from airport to Disney property. That was actually probably one of the best things that he could that ever came of Disney, along with I'm trying to think there's a few other things too. I can't remember off the top of my head right now.
Oh yeah. So,
but there are things that he could do.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we'll see what happens there. We got a lot going on there. But there's also one other thing people are curious, and that is what is going to be the fifth park. Disney has leased land and confirmed a fifth land park is coming, to my knowledge at least. We need to see what happens.
Oh boy.
And what it could be used for.
I have a feeling they're saving that for a very special occasion.
Oh yeah. I'm not seeing if they were to make a new park gate, it would probably be like 2035.
Yeah, they got a long ways to go before that happens.
Well, we're gonna see some more major announcements in 2 years because they're gonna be probably doing the show in Florida again next year. But we'll see. It's a good thing too because the Coronado Resort Convention Center is getting a refurb.
Yeah. We're also trying to think, what was it too? Personally, I think and yet this is going to be a wish list sort of thing.
Yeah.
them doing like old rides, like kind of giving old rides that are not there anymore another life.
Oh yeah, giving him some of the more popular ones. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of his hopes that Superstar Limo will come back. I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. I'll be back next week with Evan Can't Draw, where I'll be drawing Pooh from Earthbound, finishing that circle. And yeah, have a good night, everybody. Jablonski, say good night.